You know, sad but true. I'd be the guy riding
Bad boys.
I'd be the guy riding down the street on my little tricycle with a packet of bacon that I stole from the police house.
Oh, if there's any police listening, you can contact me personally, and I will give you his address.
Wait. The cops have bacon in their houses, right? That's not considered cannibalism, is it? Yeah, okay.
Oh my god!
Most offensive show ever.
Second most. We still had that one episode with Spaghetti.
I can't I can't out offend Big D.
Oh my god.
That was a bad show, and I look forward to doing that show again this October.
Yeah, no kidding. We need to get a hold of that guy. See if,
yes. When he's not too busy, hanging with his dog and his reflection and pretending to be a big man.
He is a big man.
Well,
he's like 275 pounds. He's big.
I'm 322 pounds minus 100 and some odd.
Oh my God.
Anyways, a lot of going on. Mighty Mouse. Dun, 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 dun.
Mighty Mouse? I thought we were talking about Danger Mouse.
Of course we are.
Here I come to save the day.
It's really bad, but I can't even remember what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah, we stopped talking about that like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, I figured it's better than talking about reality TV. You know what?
Anything's better than talking about reality TV. Unless you're my wife.
I will try out for Big Brother. You try out for Canadian Idol.
Okay, first off, blessedly there is no Canadian Idol
anymore,
and blessedly there won't be any more American Idol in about a year.
Yes, about that. Interesting rumor going on is, yes, American Idol is coming to an end. Honestly, I thought it ended 5 years ago.
Honestly, I thought the show ended when Simon Cowell left.
Yes, but now there is talks that in American Idol's place will be another show. Keith Urban apparently has been approached to to do something on a new show. Like American Idol, so the concept's not going away, and I don't know.
There's so many different versions of this concept. I mean, Simon Cowell had the X Factor going for a couple seasons. Plus, there's The Voice. Plus, there's So You Want to be a rock band or some like that.
So you think you can dance?
Well, yes. Well, I mean, there's that as well.
Never heard about the rock band.
And the whole singing genre. I think it only lasted like one season. Plus, there was a couple seasons where these rock bands were looking for new lead singers.
Yeah, you want to know what type of show I would like to see? A cross between Big Brother and Amazing Race, where you have to run from house to house. Yeah, I don't know. I think we've at the point where we've pretty much outdone reality TV and contest shows and blah blah blah.
But
we have to splice them now.
But the problem with reality TV has been that it is really cheap to go off and to make this stuff, and that's why it has been been around for so long, because it's just a cheap, viable way to go off and do it. And as long as you can find people willing to go off and watch these shows and willing to come on these shows, this is like not much different than daytime garbage TV with like Jerry Springer and Maury and.
Hey, Jerry Springer had a storyline: midget strippers.
I rest my case.
I don't know. You know what? I kind of miss those shows, and then I wake up, look at myself, and realize that I was a moron.
Yeah, no kidding. Just garbage television,
But, garbage television was how we lived. Every time you turned on the TV, it was, one thing or another. And, look at Survivor. Look how long that was going on for. I don't even know if it's still on.
Yeah, I think it's on, like, season 100.
Season 100.
I think so. They put in, like, 2 seasons every year, so...
Something like that.
Carry on, we were probably, like... You were probably a baby, and I probably was like,
220.
pre-puberty when the first season came out with that Richard Hatch guy that ran around nude all the time.
I remember when Survivor was popular, and that was when Survivor didn't exist.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I watched the first season and then said this is garbage. I watched American Idol just because I liked hearing good singing, and then realized somewhere around season 4 that there wasn't any actual good singing.
Yes. If anyone watches reality TV and actually thinks it's reality, you've got something wrong and you need to see a doctor.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who thought that, but again, we don't have the time to go off and go into great detail to that. Obviously, what they would do is they actually would have callbacks for shows like American Idol, where they would have both the people who are really good singers and the people who absolutely sucked, just so they could have, some good or bad TV, if you will.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely was set up and pre-planned on how they did everything, and which is good and all. There's definitely a lot of good singers in the States, but by far a lot more bad singers.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, some of those really bad singers, ended up still getting their 15 minutes of fame.
Yes.
I seem to recall some guy going off who couldn't sing to save his soul, going up and singing "She Bangs" a Ricky Martin song, and it was so bad, but people loved it so much that he actually got to release a CD and some other stuff.
Yes, that's for the tone deaf, slightly demented people. Makes really good Halloween music. So we should start wrapping this show up.
Thank you, Jesus.
We're gonna end this a little shorter than usual, but not by much. So basically, you can follow myself at Twitter at Real CAPT Fizz. So at Real Captain Fizz.
You can follow this loco fellow at That Mask Guy. You can follow the show at Fizz Mash Show. We're also on Instagram, Fizz and Mash Show. You also can find us on Tumblr, YouTube, and somewhere on Facebook. Just look up the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy Show or podcast, if you will.
Yes, we are actually becoming famous on YouTube.
We are, actually we're starting to do pretty well on YouTube.
So thank you, YouTube. You have made us slightly, possibly, maybe, no.
Yeah, we're, maybe at some point we'll go off from being amateurs to professionals.
Yeah, no, I like being an amateur. Because we get the slack. If we're professionals, you guys gotta be perfect, gotta do this, gotta do that. No, we're amateurs.
And considering that we got other jobs. But
what are you talking about? I don't have a job. I'm a stay-at-home podcaster.
I wish I could be a stay-at-home podcaster.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You lame.
I get to stay at home. I could go off and work on my eFeds a little bit. I could go off and prepare for the show a little bit. Spend just a little bit more time with my son during the day. It'd be pretty cool.
I agree, but
then I have to go off and pay the bills. So I have to work 9 to 5, go off and doing... I'm not going to go off and tell you guys, because then you might end up showing up in my office.
I sell stripper poles. Poorly made, pre-used stripper poles. And on that note, we are going to end the show.
So, thanks again, folks, for tuning in and listening. And in the meantime, and in between time, I bid you a good night. God bless, and may the force be with you.
And as always, stay frosty, my people. Good night.
Adios, amigos.